I'm Jessica Ramos, and as you can see, it is a beautiful day out here tonight, but you might want to get your umbrellas out because we do have some rain coming our way tonight. Your UI7 News starts right now. In order to prevent distracted driving, police suggest all cell phone use be hands-free, which means no selfies while you're behind the wheel. Police in San Francisco had to chase down a runaway recently on one of the city's famous bridges. The woolly fugitive was a little chihuahua running across the Bay Bridge in San Francisco. University of Illinois police reported that the infant baby was found in the student's backpack. Mothers should know that they are allowed to drop off their babies at police stations, hospitals, or fire stations, according to the Illinois Safe Haven law. Students on campus often bring their dogs for emotional support during finals. The University of Illinois is teaching students to stand up for what they believe in. In 2013, students voted 6-1 to eliminate the university's coal divestment. Roger Ebert's legacy continues to live on in Champaign-Urbana as thousands will gather to celebrate their love for film at the annual Ebert Fest. According to the police report, Fernandez Rivera said she was trying to unscrew a light bulb and did not mean to break the menorah. Back to you in the studio. Make sure you rest up after Ebert Fest because the annual Illinois Marathon is just 3 weeks away. This is the 9th year that Champaign's Christie Clinic has sponsored the event. U of I police arrived to Bosfield Hall at about 5 Sunday afternoon after it was reported that a student had been in the bathroom for several hours. According to police, the 19-year-old woman claimed she had the stomach flu and did not need help. After receiving more information, police returned to the dorm. They say they found evidence that a baby was born in the bathroom. After locating the student, they found a male infant in her backpack. UIPD spokesperson Patrick Wade says they are still figuring out the whole story.
I personally can't imagine being in a situation like that, so I don't know what she was thinking, whether she was even involved in some of this stuff. So that's all stuff we have to figure out. I don't want to make assumptions about what happened, and I hope other people aren't making assumptions about what happened because we really need to work through the investigation and figure out what the whole story is.
Residents of Bosfield Hall received an email this morning about the incident. The email didn't include details, but provided information about where students can seek counseling. The Safe Haven law is meant to prevent such thefts. Mothers can drop off their babies at fire stations, hospitals, and police stations. The Illinois Safe Haven law applies to unharmed babies under 30 days old. Authorities will determine if charges will be filed once the autopsy is complete. The student is currently in the care of her family. In Champaign, I'm Jessica Ramos, UI7 News. Firefighters do more than fight fires. This year, the Urbana firefighters chose to touch on the issue of texting and driving. The demonstration showed how firefighters will save a person trapped in a car during a car accident. Parents learned about preventing fires and dangerous situations, while the children were invited to participate in the activities. Brett was excited to see his first car extrication and support his pop-up, an Urbana firefighter.
They're going to cut it open?
Yeah,
And why are they going to cut it open?
because it's going to.
Yeah. They're going to save the dummy in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Urbana Fire Department hosted activities for children and families all week. Urbana Fire Marshal Phil Edwards says that hosting these demonstrations reminds the public of the importance of safety.
We're hoping that it will deter people from doing things that are unsafe while they're driving. Sometimes we get in the habit of doing things, and because we didn't have an accident, we think it's okay. So by saying things like this, it sort of brings home, okay, this could happen to me.
October marks National Fire Prevention Month. The demonstration also served to prepare the public for the upcoming homecoming celebrations. This time of the year is especially important because October marks the anniversary of the Great Chicago Fire. They also use the time to take advantage and talk about other issues the fire department deals with. The National Fire Prevention Association encourages the public to check their smoke detectors, as this year's theme is, Hear the Beep Where You Sleep. Rachel Roberts says she brings her son to the open house every year to learn and prepare him for emergencies.
You know, he needs to be aware of what to do in a situation, you know, if the fire or like the car accident, for instance.
The event served to educate the community and bring them together for an important cause. In Urbana, Jessica Ramos, UI7 Newsbreak. Jaime Nolasco is a typical student in many ways but one. He is undocumented. The passing of the Access Bill would directly affect him. He became involved with CASE, or the Coalition for Accessible Scholarships for Everyone, to gain support for the bill to pass.
It was a struggle for me to even receive support on how to apply to colleges. There was no scholarships for me. There's no financial aid that I receive even from the University of Illinois.
The bill would provide access to financial aid for undocumented students at public four-year universities. The aid would be in the form of grants, scholarships, and federal loans. The bill was rejected the first time it was proposed because it included access to the MAP grant. Senior Vishal Desauer has been actively involved in lobbying for the bill. As an undocumented student, he knows the implications of it passing.
We're not asking for any money from the state at this point because the state is still in a budget crisis. But it would still open up opportunities for undocumented students to get scholarships and tuition waivers from four-year public universities.
At the time, California, Minnesota, New Mexico, Texas, and Washington have enacted similar pieces of legislation. Data suggests that access to in-state tuition and financial aid increases the high school graduation and college enrollment rates of undocumented students. Students gathered at the Union to watch the Access Bill campaign launch and to gain support from the campus community. At the campaign launch at UIC, University President Timothy Colleen, students, and state representatives spoke in support of the bill. Currently, the Dream Fund is the only source of financial aid for undocumented students. However, only 2% of the almost 2,000 that applied received financial aid. Nolasco says that the passing of this bill would not only benefit him, but it would encourage undocumented students to aim for higher.
Because I am the exception to the rule. I am undocumented and not many attend because of their residence status.
The Case Coalition plans to continue garnering support for the bill at the university and throughout the community. In Champaign-Urbana, I'm Jessica Ramos, UI7 Newsbreak. The bill would provide financial aid for undocumented students that receive little to none. This would make it possible for more undocumented students to attend college. I-57 is under construction now, but some Fighting Illini fans are waiting for a different kind of makeover on campus. The U of I Student Senate is investigating whether the campus community is ready for a new mascot. Students at the rally are wearing orange patches in support of coal divestment nationwide. And it's finally time to spring forward. Don't forget to set your clocks ahead this weekend. Back to you in the studio. The Academic Senate has approved a resolution asking the university to divest funds from coal. It comes after more than 6 years of student efforts seeking change. Haunted houses were open for one final show this past weekend. UI7's Cassidy Williams has more on all the preparation that goes into giving you the perfect scare. The Insect Fear Film Festival hopes not to instill fear, but a newfound love for animals. As you can see, spring is upon us here at U of I, and students are enjoying this beautiful weather. A low-pressure system heading our way from Texas, traveling up to the Midwest. Here you can see the storm actually traveling up to Illinois, which we might be seeing later tonight. Thanks for watching and have a great day.